Hi guys, welcome to today's lesson. That was my little playthrough of the Swamp Song. Obviously it's not exactly the same as the version that I'm linked down below, but it's all the bits in the right order. I just haven't done them all the right amount of times to kind of make everything a little bit shorter. But everything's in there for the first kind of minute or so of that version. And that really encompasses the main parts that are repeated throughout the song. Rhythm sections, lead lines, whatever you want to call them. We're going to go through all the ones that keep coming up. Very, very cool riffs, very cool couple of little lead ideas, very Noel Gallagher in the way they are. Of course, he wrote it, so it makes sense. But yeah, so hopefully, you'll find it useful and fun. It's a very fun song to play, a great version. This version that I've linked down below also then segues into Acquiesce, which is one of my favourite Oasis tunes, so it's an absolute killer video. So yeah, next thing you'll see is me just going through all the parts. Let's crack on. So, the first thing we've got, he actually does these little slides down in the video as they're chatting. And then you get that going on as well. So it's just a slide from that 12th fret down and then an open A. And I'm always amazed by how much Bonehead sounds like Bob Mortimer, or vice versa, if you know who that is. Anyway, so this first main riff, so good. So it's just a couple of open A's, 3rd fret on the A, 5th fret on the A, and then another open A. In this one, he's hitting a couple of harmonics up at the 12th fret, natural harmonics, high E string, G string, and then he does the riff again. It sounds like he's trying to do that, doesn't quite work, but it's something in that ballpark, so that's 12th fret, G harmonic, and then G and B together, maybe. But it doesn't quite come off. And then he does one more time, and then pick slide. I don't know what, this pick is literally dying from the pick slide. It's such a cheap pick. Get better picks, I think is the answer there. Anyway, that's all that first bit is. Very, very simple. The main bulk of the song is this riff. Okay, so there's variations to it and we'll talk about those as well. But basically it's A string open, 7th fret on the D a couple of times, 5th fret on the D once, 7th fret on the D. Now, sometimes he'll do 2 opens at the start. Sometimes one of the 7th frets is slightly dead. Oh, I messed that up, so you get that kind of a sound. But effectively, the main bulk of it is this. And that's really, as I say, a huge, huge chunk of the song is that riff. And so that's what I think of as the main riff. And those 2 parts is really the main rhythm parts of the song. During my little example, I put the 2 together, which I think he does near the start once, but later on in the song he does a lot more, which is something like this. So that bit is, obviously the first part was just a normal one of these riffs. Open A, 7th fret twice on the D, 5th fret once, and then 7th fret once. Then on the second time, the open A, 7th fret on the D, but only once. Then open A again, 3rd fret on the A, 5th fret on the E, open A. 5th fret on the A, sorry. Goodness. Open A. And then you go back and... I mean, really, with this... No, not that. Don't know what's wrong with me today. That riff and this riff. And then the 2 together. You've got a huge chunk of the Swamp Song and it sounds so cool. So cool. Now we've got little solo bits here. He does the bends like this first and second finger, and I don't like it, but I'm doing it for to be correct. I can't think of better English. I'm really not struggling today with I'm struggling with my talking today. Anyway, 15 on the B, 17 on the B, 19 on the G. Oh my goodness. Bend it up. Then 17 on the G. There is one example near the start where he does a 17 on the high E. That sounds a bit like that, like he's going for 2 strings. He doesn't quite get one. He just gets the high E and slides away. So you can vary it a little bit, but most of the time it's like that. And then you're just back in at the start of the next open A string. You don't need to rush back. Sometimes when I was trying to play along, I was trying to rush back, and when you see Noel doing it, he's not rushing back because he knows the band's holding everything together. You just get back when he needs to. So that's that riff. Very, very simple. Cool. Then we've got the next part. Again, it's almost a solo, but it's also kind of rhythm. It's a weird one. And that's basically where I kind of ended my playthrough, which is about 2 minutes 10 or so, something like that, in the track, which I've linked down below. So we're going to start 5th fret on the G, 7th fret on the G, and we're going to bend 7th fret on the G. He pulls down, so I'm going to do the same. Then back to 5th fret on the G and 7th fret on the D. So the bend is kind of bend and then back to the original note. Then we go into the bend again, but then we don't go back to this A note, 7th fret on the D. We just go back to 5th fret G and then the bend. Then 5th fret on the G, 7th fret on the D. Very, very, very cool. And then we got this. 5th fret on the G. Then I'm going to hammer on to 7 on the G and then pull off to 5 with one pick. Like that, and then 5th fret on the G, 5th fret on the D, 7th fret on the D. And that's the final of those rhythm parts. Now, I didn't do this as an example, but I will mention it now because it's so cool. And when I do another video on this song, I want to concentrate more on just the other parts, the solo-y bits and the other little extra bits. He actually does that later on in this song, an octave up. So this is basically C major, A minor. I think of it as A minor, if I'm honest. A minor pentatonic. You can do it up here at 17 and 19. And it's the same. He does it the same lick, but all 12 frets up. Okay, so you can just, if you learn it down here, it's probably easier down here, but then you can just transpose it, move everything up 12. So the 5s become, 17, and the 7s become 19. And it's a really cool idea, and you see it in lots of songs. The solo to Simple Man by Lynyrd Skynyrd is a great example, where they start the solo here. Actually, it's in the A minor as well, then they move up to here. And then all that stuff. Anyway, that's really all the parts to it. We've got that really cool main riff. And then the kind of the rhythm part that goes through most of the song. These little bendy bits. And then this very cool solo-y, leady line, almost melodic line. Don't really know how to describe it. I've called it about 5 different things, but it's a cool little section. That's all there is to it. And yeah, that's it. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. I do intend to do another video on the Swamp Song where I go through more of the lead parts. That I think I might have mentioned that already. I've been contemplating as I was going through it. I think I would like to do one. I might not do it next week. I might have a week off the Swamp Song, but I will do it imminently where I go through this version, just a few of the different lead ideas, because there's a couple of really cool bits in there that I'd like to go through. But I thought I'd put it all together like this in this video, so that you could play along with the whole song pretty much, with all those parts. Yeah, it's pretty simple though, which is very cool. Lots of laughing going on in the other room. I don't know what's going on in there. Sounds good. I think they might be baking, so thumbs up. Anyway, I'll do my usual bit at the end, and I'll say thanks for watching. I do really appreciate it. Please like, comment and subscribe, and click the notification bell if you're watching Justin Hawkins. He always does that, so if it's good enough for Justin, it's good enough for me. Yeah, I do really appreciate you guys watching, and any support is fantastic. Check out my social medias down below. Yeah, again, any support in there would be much appreciated. And yeah, I hope you guys are good. I've just realised I left my coffee over there, which is a nightmare, but I'm nearly done, so I can go and drink it. And I'll say thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys again soon for some more cool guitar stuff. That was hard to say. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.